right,
All
what's
right.
next? What's next?
Well, let's jump into something else that has had its own fair share of problems as of late. Let's get a little F1 update. I'm gonna lean on you here because I just finished season 4 of The Drive to Survive F1 show on Netflix.
Let's go, baby.
Great show. If you haven't watched it yet, what the fuck are you doing? You sleeping? Wake up and go watch that show.
For real.
So I knew there was a lot of controversy and like a lot of bullshit around the final race. I knew they were going into it tied in that whoever finished ahead of the other one was going to come away with the driver championship for the season. I knew that. And I knew that people were up in arms and were like, man, Lewis got screwed. But I didn't really understand like the full picture of what happened and how like severely he just got dicked over. Like they took the race out of his hands. He was up, he had what, 12, 13 seconds on Verstappen. And then Latifi goes into the wall.
Nick Latifi, goat Tiffy, yeah.
And then he's 5 spots back because he pits, and then they let everybody else lap to get back on the same lap, except for Verstappen. They stopped at Verstappen to get it a race off. And Verstappen dusts him on fresh tires as he would. So give me an F1 update, because after seeing that last episode and like Toto and Lewis being like, man, you know, this is putting a fire under my ass. We're going to come back with a vengeance next year. I was like, damn, okay, let's see like how it's going. And Max has just like shit on everyone. And Red Bull is so far ahead in the Constructors' Cup. Max has so many more points in the Driver Championship. Yep. So like, give me a rundown. Bring me up to speed and fill me in. What's going on?
So I want to go back to, I'll keep this quick, but I want to go back to that Abu Dhabi 2021 race. Yes, it was wrong that they got rid of just those lapped cars and had it be a showdown between Max and Lewis. I'll say that. But over the course of the year, I will say that Lewis got a lot of, not free points, but points where he didn't necessarily deserve to be neck and neck with Max at the, a lot of breaks where he didn't deserve to be neck and neck with Max come the last race, right? So with that being said, Michael Massey, race director, did want it to end, because this is the last race of the season, he did want it to end under green flag conditions, right? So where we're actually racing. It's not yellow flags. They're not just following each other or the safety car. So I respect it, you know what I mean? I think there's always going to be an asterisk over that Max Verstappen championship because of that last race and stealing away Lewis's possible, record-shattering 8th world championship. But Max this year has absolutely proven that he deserves to be a world champion and is going to be the world champion of the future. One of those we didn't free you, you're just under new management kind of things, you know what I mean? Because Lewis and Mercedes are not doing so hot this year. So to step it up, I mean, they started off the year terrible. Mercedes, new regulations coming into it this year. They started really badly. They got, what was it? I mean, George Russell, the other Mercedes driver, got at 5th place or greater in the first 10 of races of the year. So they weren't doing horrible, you know what I mean? But really, it was Ferrari's turn to step up and be the title contenders this year. If you know me, you know that Chad Leclerc has been my Twitter name for a while now because I'm a big fan of Charles Leclerc, but he and Ferrari both have destroyed their season chances. And the F1 update really is that Max Verstappen is the god of this shit, and I wouldn't be surprised if, 5 years from now, 6 years from now, we're calling him the greatest to have ever done it, because he is absolutely storming away with the championship, and there's literally no one in his rear view. That's it. Yeah,
I'm looking at the standings right now. George Russell is even ahead of Lewis Hamilton, by 40 points.
Yeah, because Lewis started the season so rough, you know what I mean? I think they were trying out some new stuff on Lewis's car as opposed to George, who was his first year with Mercedes. So they were trying to give him a more stable setup and stuff like that. And then Lewis, they were like, all right, we're not doing amazing, so we're going to try, a bunch of different things. And Lou was upset. But overall, it's no one's fault, really. They just didn't build the best car. Red Bull definitely built the best car overall. Ferrari's was close. But then Ferrari shot themselves in the leg over and over and over again, destroyed their chances, and they might even finish 3rd in the championship. Are they?
Yeah, Mercedes is 3rd in the constructors right now. Ferrari's 2.
What's the point difference between them, Yeezy?
Let me see.
because that's the only thing.
I just wish Max Verstappen wasn't such a douche.
I don't know if he's a douche
Mercedes
necessarily.
is back 35 points in the constructors.
Yeah, so they have a
Verstappen
very good
has
chance of finishing second.
Over 100, he has 116 points over Leclerc.
Yeah, he could
So,
technically
like,
wrap up the
he's got it.
championship this weekend. This Sunday, he could technically win it, which is crazy.
He's just like he's such a douche.
I mean, first of all, his dad is a douche and a dick. So at that point, like, you're gonna raise a dick if you're a dick, and you spend all your time together. And his dad is an abuser of Max and Max's mom, which is rough. But yeah, he seems like a cool guy. Like, he seems like a very straightforward person to where if something's like, I mean, he's also a rich kid. So like if anything's pissing him off, he's gonna be like, that's stupid, or like whatever.
That's weird.
You know what I mean? But I don't think he's that much of a dick. Who would you want to hang out with on the F1 grid most?
Danny Ricciardo.
Word. That's a solid one of one. I could also see you and Danny Rick chilling, having a good ass time.
He
I don't know
seems
why.
like a chill dude, but he also seems like a guy that knows how to fucking party.
Oh yeah, definitely that.
He knows how to get after it.
He also seems like one of the least like rich boy personalities on the grid. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because like Lando seems cool, but he's rich boy. Max is rich boy.
He seems as normal as one could be when you're a professional like multimillionaire F1 driver. Like that's gonna fuck with you, and like regardless. But I think all things considered, he is the one that appears to be the most like down to earth and just like a dude.
I agree. No, I agree. I would hang out with both Ferrari boys though. Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz both seem cool as hell. And it seems like they have a good time together too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Danny Rick and Lando Norris also seem pretty cool. But Danny Rick is a solid one of one. Best answer.
Lewis Hamilton would be chill. George Russell kind of seems like a little pretentious.
George Russell seems so pretentious. Did you see those memes that were going around? George Russell's the type of guy to like, and then they put different shit in there.
No,
Like George Russell, the type of guy to slap his knee and say, "Well then," before leaving a room. George Russell's the type of guy to say, if you say like "see you later," he'd be like, "Not if I see you first." George Russell's he's a dweeb.
All right.
But
Well,
yeah,
from
next week maybe we'll talk about Max being the new world champion again.
Yeah. Unfortunately.